Authorities in Seychelles have expressed concern over the threats caused by the rising sea levels faced by their country amid the effects of climate change. Nature Seychelles is one of the organizations raising the alert as the island nation faces the danger of losing its viability. As concern continue to grow among different stakeholders, there is a need for eminent actions to cope the increasing climate threat against this African nation. Let's have more details of that in this report.
These waters have been part of James' Jammeh for 52 years. As a fisherman, he says he has noticed the water levels rising over time.
Long time ago, before, when I was young, there was lots of, we call this veloutier tree. There was lots of it all over the beaches. Now it's all gone. Not even one tree standing by. It's all gone. So you can see that the sea is rising and it's taking everything away.
In another part of the city, Seychelles' only managed wetland is feeling the brunt of a harsh climate. It's dry despite being a rainy season. Dr. Shah, a conservationist, says the country is affected in many ways, including increasing sea surface temperatures and intensifying frequency of tropical storms, including cyclones.
You can imagine here we are, low-lying area, where the airport is low-lying, the commercial port is low-lying, our fuel storage is right there, okay? Our emergency services is also low-lying. You get a storm surge, you get heavy rains, and you get a high tide, an abnormally high tide. Everything is flooded. So we don't have to wait for sea level rise. All these events converging, okay, can basically destroy the viability of Seychelles as a modern nation.
Nature Seychelles, the organization that Dr. Shah heads, runs one of the islands in the country known globally for being carbon-free. Cuisine Island, a sea and island reserve, is carbon neutral. Each year, carbon credits are bought through investment in projects in poor and developing countries. These include clean cookstoves and projects that discourage deforestation and promote sustainable energy. But Dr. Shah says this is not a lasting solution.
We can sell carbon credits, but that doesn't actually help us in adapting to these extreme events. These extreme events are happening every year. So every year, the event is more extreme than the previous year. It's hotter, it's wetter, it's drier, it's stronger. Okay? So that's the problem. So the ultimate thing to do is to help us to remove some of our, to retreat, as we say. Okay? So there's a retreat option in dealing with climate change. We can retreat, take some of the critical infrastructure away from near the sea, where most of them are, and go somewhere else. That takes a huge amount of money to do that.
As environment experts and government worry about what to do with all the climate effects, the locals here, like James' Jammeh, have resolved to live through any shock if luck allows them to.